Hello, it's Lion here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're going to be doing a little review for Power Rangers Once and Always, the new anniversary episode slash short movie slash special presentation that just aired on Netflix this week, I think. And I do think that I need to add context to where I'm coming from as a Power Rangers fan. I've mentioned it a few times on the channel. I recently got into Kamen Rider, and I haven't really watched much Kamen Rider besides the few things that I've mentioned before, but I did grow up watching Power Rangers. I think the last season that I really kept up with was Jungle Fury. I kept up with that one regularly. I think I watched the whole thing. And then I think I watched some of the Samurai episodes here and there. And then I just stopped watching it. A few years ago, maybe almost like 5 years ago or something, I did go back and watch Power Rangers Dino Charger on Netflix. Partially, I stopped watching because I got bored. But when I was a kid, I'm from 99, right? So I came up after the original series and after Zero. And honestly, I don't think I really was cognizant of television until like I was 5 or 6. So the first season I remember watching actively was Ninja Storm. Then Dino Thunder was my favorite. I went back and watched all of the other ones. I think they were doing these like reruns for them. I remember watching the original series, Zeo. I remember watching Wild Force. Honestly, I think I watched everything up to Jungle Fury, but the ones that really stuck to me, the ones that I really liked the most were Wild Force, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, and what's the magic one? Mystic Force. Those four are like my tops. And I'm not necessarily super connected to the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That said, I do like it. I have a certain element of nostalgia towards it that I think most people that grew up watching Power Rangers have for that season. And honestly, it's the season that everyone knows and kind of talks about, right? If they ever talk about Power Rangers, even if they grew up watching later seasons. And it's the one that is most given the most attention out of all of them, right? So I think it's just par for the course that people are really invested in that one. So, Once and Always basically brings together the original cast in some capacity and makes a new short story for them. The story was fine. I thought it was all right. It was good. It felt like a very long Power Rangers episode, and I liked that. I thought it was good. Basically, Billy accidentally brings the evil part of Rita Repulsa's personality back to life accidentally. This leads to him and his buddies fighting against her. There's a moment where she is going to kill Billy, and Trini gets in the way. She dies. They have to tell her daughter. Her daughter swears revenge. A year passes, and now it's time to fight Rita Repulsa for real. She is basically looking for a lot of power, specifically from the morphing grid, so that she can open a portal to go back in time, so that she and the original Rita can join forces. Okay. And so she has two, monster guys and a bunch of putties, and they're fighting a bunch of Power Rangers. And all of that works. They have a big battle, they get rid of her, they fight a giant monster, and they save the world. All of that works and is good, and I enjoyed it for like what it is, right? But everything else, the acting was bad. Look, I understand that these people are probably not really actors anymore. Their abilities have rusted away. That's fine. I don't really have a problem with that. And honestly, I don't even really have a problem with the acting necessarily. Like, I know what I'm getting to with Power Rangers, right? But the thing is that this is just a Power Rangers production. This is a like serious, hey, we want to celebrate what this is all about. This is a special thing. This is on Netflix. This has a bunch of money thrown at it. And they couldn't even bother getting the actors to at least try a little bit. Like, David Yost, Billy, I don't think he emoted at all, ever, in the whole, episode. It was bad. The girl that they got for Trini's daughter, Min, she was fun. I liked her. She was also, everything about her works, but her acting is over the top compared to everyone else's, underperforming. And the lack of cohesion and the weirdness doesn't really work. The only character that works is Rita Repulsa. And I think that's because it's just a voice. And it works because it's just so campy in such a good way. Kind of like Ian McDermott's, Palpatine in the sequel, in the prequel trilogy. Kind of works like that. The Black Power Ranger, I really liked his actor as well. There was a really good moment between him and Trini Kwan's daughter's character. That really worked for me. I really enjoyed how they connected. There was a really good family is found family kind of thing that I really like, but the acting was really, really bad, and it was not great. Honestly, it was not enjoyable most of the time. I was able to deal with it through the sheer desire to watch the show or to watch the episode, but also just because of nostalgia, right? The special effects were pretty fine. The monster suits were good. I really enjoyed those, but they used CGI for the final fight scene, and I didn't like it. It just looks really, really bad. It looks really dated, and I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it visually. It just didn't look good, and again, it just goes back to the fact that this feels like a very modern production, but it has all of the shortcomings of a 90s production, and it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't want to be horribly upset and mean about it and give this a really shitty score just because that's not what it's about, right? It's about celebrating the nostalgia and the power of this thing and how it affected a bunch of people, and a lot of people have good memories with it, right? So from that perspective, I really enjoyed it. From a proper storytelling perspective, comparing this to shows on Netflix, comparing this to the MCU, comparing this to Kamen Rider Black Sun, and basically every other superhero style show and movie that I've ever watched, this was not comparable at all. And I think that that's just because even CW shows do better than this. The Flash and Green Arrow, or the Arrow show, and Legends of Tomorrow look better than this and have better acting than this. And so it's kind of upsetting that this thing that I hold in such high regard didn't get a special exciting treatment for its anniversary episode, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting too much from it. As a fan, maybe I was expecting too much from it, but not really, because I didn't really think about it at all. I didn't really care about it all that much. I thought the idea was enjoyable, and I would sit down to watch it when it came out. That's exactly what I did, and I was more or less disappointed. And I think that's just because it really doesn't compare to modern shows in the same style, in the same type, on the same kind of system, like a streaming service type system. And it kind of sucks, because I really wish that it was better. Power Rangers in the US doesn't have to be like Power Rangers in Japan, where it's or Sentai in Japan, where it's the lowest, simplest, easiest thing to do. It can be a little bit extra, a little bit better, a little bit more exciting, a little bit more, costly, I guess is the right word. And they can try a little bit harder, and I feel like they really didn't. They were just okay, we're going to make easy money with this, just put something out and it'll be fine. And that's kind of disappointing and kind of sad. So I'm going to give you two different scores here. One score is going to be based on my nostalgia. That would be a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I really liked the callbacks and the situations that I found them to be in, because it was very much Power Rangers. In terms of like enjoying it compared to other shows of its type or of its same kind of range and style, it's like a 2 out of 5. Like, the acting is bad, the CGI effects are bad, the dialogue is not well delivered or well done, the directing is kind of weak, the consistency of the characters isn't that great. What else? Yeah, I don't know. It's just not as enjoyable to watch as other stuff. So, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Let me know what you guys thought down below. And thank you guys very much for watching. It kind of sucks that I'm being a little bit of a negative Nancy here, but, you know, it is what it is. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not going to make a video where I don't actually tell you what I feel about it. So, there you go. That's my thoughts on Power Rangers Once and Always. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the show as well. Like, I found some enjoyment in it, but honestly, it was not as much as I was expecting. And I think that's just because maybe I overplayed my nostalgia for the series. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next video.